Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Becky Raney here, and I am coming to you today with day 50 of the social media training. And I wanted to talk to you today about stopping the scroll and the whole idea about, when you're competing with all these other people posting stuff. You got the Facebook reels that are going up and down. You got the posts going this way. There's different types of posts that can be done. And your whole goal today with today's assignment, so today's dare is to stop the scroll. And so here's the idea, and this is what we want you to do, is you want to, and some people are not just going to do this, and it is actually kind of a funny thing. I did it, and I looked at him like, "Oh my God, why'd I do that?" But um, you want to hold up your ring finger. It looks like you're holding up your middle finger, right? It looks kind of like not good, but the whole idea is that when people are scrolling through, they look at what finger is she holding up. They stop in there, and you want to keep that engagement there and have them think about it. So you want to do a photo with you holding up your middle finger or your ring finger, or it could be your pinky finger, so they see it. And it just stops. It's more effective with your ring finger, not your middle finger, you guys. It's not appropriate with your middle finger. You want it as your ring finger. And when you do that, you want to use Canva. This is a really great program to use where you can type in your message at the top, or you can on Instagram use the little shapes and things and type in those messages, but don't use the questions feature. And what you want to do is you want to ask a question. And there's many types of questions you can ask. Like here's some examples. I wrote some down here. Um, so for example, if you have one what would it be? Like if you have one wish to fly anywhere on a magic carpet, anywhere in the world, where would it be? If you had one thing you wanted to change about your diet, what would it be? If you had one golf course you wanted to play on in the world, where would that be? If you had one book you love to read, what would it be? If you have one recommendation, so there's lots of different kinds of questions that you can ask. But the whole idea is that it does have something that maps up with your interest in your branding, and it will allow people to answer that question very easily. Like make it quick and easy so that they think about it, and it's kind of fun to entertain that question. And then you respond to that. And the response could be things like, oh, like so if I had one golf course, if you have one golf course you'd like to golf at, where would that be? And they say St. Andrews, and you say, well, St. Andrews, why St. Andrews? What is your interest in St. Andrews? And how long have you known about St. Andrews? Just carry on a conversation with people in the chat, and then learn to change the conversation into a, if I showed you a video, would you watch it? Or if I shared with you about what I'm up to, would you be open to listening? And then that way you're allowing those conversations just like you would be when you meet somebody new at a party or at a birthday party or wedding or something like that. You met someone new and you're having these conversations, and it's the how to win friends and influence people kind of conversation where you ask them about their travel adventures. You ask them about what is their one memory that they had in their life. You ask people questions to be able to get them to engage about themselves, and people love to talk about themselves, and you connect with them by repeating back and making sure that they're heard. That is so important. And so go ahead and make a photo. So you take a picture of yourself, and then you put the question in the picture, and then you have an arrow that goes down here and say, text me, tell me what it's about, text me. And then that's where you start that conversation. And you can direct message those texts. You want to take it into a private messaging so that you can capture and keep track of that contact. Now, one really cool thing, I've said this before, but like Facebook and Instagram have really good messaging platforms, or like TikTok, and some of those others do not. And so that is just a really great way to capture your leads. Um, and so this is a practice for you to go through and have those conversations, get in conversation, and then track it. Make sure you're tracking how many people you've talked to and whatnot. So it's a very easy assignment. Do this right now and check it out. See how many people you are in conversation with. Now, when people just like the post, don't go into the likes and see who they are and engage in a conversation because they didn't you didn't stop the scroll. You didn't inquisitively ask them a question that had them engaged with you. And that's okay. You're learning this. Try a different one. Maybe next week, not exactly again today, but you're going to want to use these posts over time, maybe when you schedule out your whole month program, and how to stop the scroll. So have fun with this one. Go ahead and share us the picture of what you did in our group, and that will be great. We'd love to hear and see what you got going on. So thanks for joining me today, you guys, and have fun. Talk to you soon.